My name's Gill Mulroe. I am a transition manager for the EMEA on ISS facilities management, and I support our accounts to engage and onboard more sustainable workplaces. I became an environmental professional because I was interested in more sustainable practices within the waste management sector. And I've worked in the waste management sector for the last 16 years. And when I started, it was just going to a commingled collection service, which is what we call a dry mix recycling. And when I worked for a company called Your Waste, we had just started a project to take all of the green waste that we collected from householders around North Yorkshire and turn it into a compostable bagged product that was past 100 accredited that we could sell back to those householders that we were collecting from. And that sort of whetted my appetite a little bit around sustainability and wanting to know more about sustainable practices and what else we could do from the waste sector to be more sustainable. Being a chartered environmentalist to me is me earning my stripes. It gives me a sense of belonging. It means I can stand amongst my peers and stand tall amongst my peers. My current role involves working on an account for ISS, and I work with the client to help support them with their data capture and to create more sustainable workplaces, which is reducing their carbon and reducing waste and increasing their sustainable working practices on site. I left school at 14 and I was undiagnosed as dyslexic, and when I left school I went to work in a sewing factory and couldn't be any more away from sustainability. If I could support anybody with their dyslexia is to onboard all the work streams that are coming through. Google have got amazing ones, there's great software coming through, artificial intelligence is a supporter, and use all those tools to support your dyslexia, because you can overcome those barriers. And the road might feel like a bumpy journey and lots of potholes, but with the right people around you and working in the right environments and being engaged with the right people, you can achieve something like a chartered accreditation. I feel that we live in a society that isn't fair for all, and there's a lot of people who will be impacted by climate change, vulnerable communities such as people who are dyslexic, people that come from underrepresented communities, and they're going to be left behind by the impact of climate change. And I feel it's really important to get those people around a table to understand what their futures are going to look like, to work with them and create more fair communities where everybody's going to be able to thrive. We don't know what's coming down the road, but we do know it's going to have a seismic change for so many people. And I really do feel that we need to be having bigger and more wider conversations with more diverse community groups. Some advice I give to policymakers, leaders and heads of sustainability policy is to have conversations with people who are neurodiverse. We have these superpowers that go unnoticed. For me, I sit in the top 8% of UK IQ for analytical thinking. And it's those superpowers we do need to bring to the table to help look at climate change and what fixes we can make and how we can utilise those minds around the table. The one thing everybody needs to know is that they need a mentor. A mentor will support you in every way. They will support your application. They will proofread your application. They will help you look at the competencies to see if you fit within those competencies. So yeah, the one thing you do need to know is you do need a mentor. If you're just entering the profession and you're looking to build your knowledge and experience in sustainability, I would put yourself forward for different projects and knock on doors. I'm a big believer in knocking on doors, and I wouldn't be where I am today if I didn't take opportunity to knock on doors and build my level of knowledge and experiences up by volunteering on projects. I'm also a climate commissioner outside of work, and I also volunteer in other areas. And again, by doing that volunteering, it helps build my knowledge. So I would definitely recommend thinking about outside of the box and how you're going to get your experience.